Now I'm going to show you how to make your name recognition a bit more robust, even when the given name system entity is limited to a certain number of names. How can we make sure that we recognize all names? So the way we're going to do we're going to use two different intents, and one is going to use the system give name entity, and then there's another catch-all intent that's going to basically catch every user input. So I'm starting off here with the new empty agent, and first thing, similar to my previous examples, we're gonna kick off the interaction with the welcome intent. So if any of those hey, hello, hi inputs are recognized, then we're gonna prompt the user to enter their name. Alright. And we're going to use an output context now, which is going to be a waiting name. Next thing we're going to do is create a new intent, which I'm going to call get name, and it's going to have the input context that we just set, a waiting name. And whenever the user enters a name, so that's my name for example, that the system given name entity recognizes, it's gonna go to that intent. So entity will be system.givenName. Gonna name it like this, and it is gonna be required. Gonna enter another prompt here. So name. Although I don't think that's ever gonna come up. And great. So if this works, the given name entity recognizes the name, then we're done with our name recognition. We're just gonna say thanks, whatever your name is. Cool. So that's similar to what I explained in my previous video. But now what we're going to do is we're going to add a second intent, which I'm going to call get name catch all. It's going to have the same input context, awaiting name. And this one is going to catch all the names that are not recognized by the given name entity. So these are examples. We're going to add a parameter that's also going to call it name. But this time we're going to use the system any entity, which will recognize every input. So same names here, prompt, oops, what's your name? Cool. I'm gonna assign the input to the parameter that we just created. Alright. And now, since we want to make sure that it's a name that was recognized correctly, we're going to enter a prompt. Can you confirm that whatever was recognized name is your name? And we're going to set an output, which is awaiting name confirm. Cool. So that's it. So we're going to catch all the inputs here, and now we have to create two more intents to catch the response from that, which is response. I'm just going to go back 1 second because I just realized I did not assign my name input in the other getName intent. So I'm going to do that. Whenever a name is input that's recognized by the system, give name entity, assign it to this parameter. Cool. I'm going to save this. And now, like I said, I've got 2 more intents to create. One will be confirm name yes, for which the input context is awaiting name confirm, and well, the answer will be yes. So whenever the user answers with a yes, we've correctly gotten a name. And in that case, I'm also going to just repeat the name here in the response. Thanks. So in this case, we recognize the name in the previous intent, so I'm going to use the context here to access the name. Cool. That should be it. Nothing more we need to do in this intent. And the last intent we need to create is confirm name no. So in case the user says no, same input context here, we're awaiting the name. In case the user says no, we're going to catch that, and we're just going to say no problem. Can you repeat your name? So what happens is the user just told us no, we didn't get the name correctly, and well, we still want to get the names, so we're asking them to input the name again. So this might be the case if there was a typo in the original name, in which case the system given name entity wouldn't have recognized the name, and we're going to repeat that name that was input, and the person is saying, oh no, that's not my name, it was a typo. So the only thing we need to do here is now go back to the previous awaiting name context, in which case that's just going to redirect to the beginning of the name recognition. So we're done with this so far. Just to repeat, so we started with the welcome intent. We're saying, hi, can you enter your name? The output context is set to awaiting name, and then we have 2 intents. One uses the system entity to recognize the name, and one uses the system any entity to recognize the name. And then this is going to go further. So if the system entity recognizes the name, all good, we're done. If the system any entity recognizes the name, it might have been a typo, so we are going into these intents to confirm if that was the correct name. If yes, we're done. If no, we're going back to these ones. So then we're going to just prompt again to enter the name. So let's see if this really works. Hello, what's your name? So for example, Peter. Great, that was recognized. Thanks, Peter. Another example could be Peter. So this is a typo now. Can I confirm that Peter is your name? No, actually that was a typo. No problem. Can you repeat your name? Sure. It's Peter. Got it. Thanks, Peter. Now let's go with a bit more exotic name that will not... Sorry, I need to start from the beginning. What's your name? Let's go with a more exotic name that was not... that will not be catched in the given name entity. So again, I'm being asked, can you confirm that Thomas is your name? Yes, it is my name. Great, and we're done. Cool. So there's one more way that you could optimize this. You could, instead of the given name entity, you could create your own custom custom entity. So there's lists out there of common names, so you could just make your own entity to make the name recognition a bit more fluid. But again, there's going to be limits, so I don't know. There's always going to be names that are going to be recognized by your name list that you're going to input in the entity. So I think it's always going to be good to have a catch here, in which case you can catch any kind of name that was entered and then get a confirmation on that. Cool. I hope you enjoyed this video and it's going to be useful. Thanks for watching. That's it for me for now.